Hi, in this video I'm going to show you some Google Sites basics. We're going to cover how to access the site, how to work with text, files, and links. So the first thing we want to do is access our Google site. You notice that I'm here in Drive, and I'm going to come over here to my apps, and then Sites is one of your apps. You might find your sites down here. Any point to make it more accessible, you can just move it around. Since I'm working with sites a lot, I have it at the upper left. These are all the sites that I've created that I'm working with or are shared with me. You may only have one. That's Woodburn's Virtual Organization. So I'm going to click on that site. Now that we've accessed our Google site, it's time now to start tackling some changes. First thing we'll do is how to work with the text. You're going to come up here and you'll see this pencil, which is the Edit Page button. I'm going to click that button, and then now I'm able to edit the page. Okay, so to edit the text, you can click on it, and then it can change it, add, change however you like. You can also work with the font, the size, bold, change the color of the text, highlight, any way you would, just like you would be working with a Microsoft Word document or a Google Doc. At any point, if you wish to undo the changes you've made, you can click the undo button, or you can click hold down Control and press Z, and that will change, that will revert the changes back to the original. Once you're done making your changes, then go back and click the Save button. Once you click the Save button, then you can go to other pages and make other changes. Okay, moving on. Now I'm going to show you how to work with files. I moved over here to the Finance for Teachers page, and I'm going to scroll down. You'll see that I've already added a file. I'm going to add an additional file, practice file, and we click this button, Add Files. Now, here I am in my, I'm actually in the wrong drive, so I'm going to go over here to the Woodburn drive and access the Google Site documents, which I have in Workspace, Virtual Organization, and then Google Site Documents. This is where I keep all the documents that are uploaded to the Google site, and I have them in folders, which helps me find them should I need to change them or delete them, remove them. So down at the bottom here I have this practice document, which I'm going to upload to the Google site. So I'm going to click the document, highlight it, and then select Open. Now you can see that it's been uploaded to the Google site. Now, what happens when I want to make a change to the document? Well, it's important to note that these are not links, that this is an uploaded document. In other words, when I open up this document, I have to go back to the document itself. If I were to open up this document and make a change to it, and save it, those changes will not be reflected in the Google site because the uploaded document on the Google site and the document that exists here in the W drive are not linked. So what I will need to do if I want these changes to be reflected in the Google site, here I'm going to close the document, open up the Google site. I will need to remove this document, and then I'm going to have to upload the new changes that I've made. So I'm going to remove the document by clicking the X button. I'm going to go back to the Add Files button, and I'm going to upload it again. Okay, so that's how you edit the changes and make sure they're reflected in the Google site. The same thing goes for renaming the document. If I go back here to the document and rename it, so I'm just going to remove the underscore, and keep it a space. Now, will those changes be reflected in the Google site? No, because they're not linked together. It's an upload. So again, I'm going to have to remove the document, go back to Add Files, upload the document with the new name, and only then will you see the changes. And just a final word about documents. Obviously, I'm not going to keep this practice document on here. I'm going to remove it. And now, it's important for organizational purposes that this is the Google Site document folder. If there are any files in here that I don't want on my Google Site, we need to remove them. That way, it just keeps everything organized, and so only the documents here in this folder are going to be in the Google Site. So if I no longer want this document, I can take it, I can cut it, and then I could put it here, and perhaps I want to delete it altogether, or I just want to put it in the Virtual Organization 2014 documents. Whatever you do with it, just make sure you move it out of the Google Site documents, just so we can keep track of everything and we don't have excess documents that we don't need. It just makes it a lot more difficult to organize. Alright, so thanks for taking care of that. And now the last thing I'm going to show you is how to work with links. So I'm going to type in some text and then link it to somewhere on the web. I want to go in again to my Edit Text button or Edit Page button. And I can click here and then add some text. I'm going to link to, since we're talking about finance, I'm going to link to the salary scales page on FCPSW. I'm sorry, fcps.edu. So first I'm going to do is copy the link. I'm going to go here to Employees, and then where they're talking about salary scales. Let's see, here, and then here. Okay, so I want to make a link to this page. I'm going to copy the link, and I'm going to go back to my page, and then type in the text that I want to show the link. Salary scales. Okay, so now I've typed my text, and I'm going to highlight the text, and I'm going to insert a link. Now by default it's going to go to site page. In other words, it's going to ask here I can link to another page on the site. So if I typed in, let's just say I typed in forms, then I could link here to the forms page under administrative items and then forms. But I'm not going to do that in this case. Instead I'm going to link to somewhere on the web. I click here, web address. The text to display, I can keep it or change it if I like. And now I'm just going to paste in the link to the salary scales. And once I'm done, I simply click OK. And then now I have this link. So I'm going to click Save. And now when I click this link, it's going to link me to the salary scales. So now I want to show you how to edit the link or edit the text. When I click on the link, the text, the link appears, and then I can remove the text in the link by clicking Remove, or if I click Change, then I could edit the text if I want to. And you'll note that when I click OK, my information, my link text has changed. Or if I want to change the link, I can simply do that, delete it, and then copy another link, and then it will take me somewhere different. Save my changes, and then now the link is different. Okay, so aside from adding and maneuvering tabs over here and then working with pictures, that pretty much covers all of the basics you'll need to know to make changes to our virtual organization. Thanks for watching, and please let me know if you have any questions. Have a great day.